Kay Cuoco, the golden face of modern sitcoms, became a beacon of warmth, humor, and humanity through her portrayal of Penny on The Big Bang Theory. For more than a decade, she brought laughter into living rooms while remaining grounded and relatable, a rare combination in Hollywood. Behind the iconic smiles and perfectly timed jokes lay years of dedication, sacrifice, and personal trials. From a child balancing auditions and tennis courts to a star navigating fame, love, and accidents, Kay's journey reflects resilience and grace. Her story is not just about success, it is about perseverance, reinvention, and the quiet courage to create a life beyond the spotlight. Childhood and early beginnings. Kay Christine Cuoco was born on November 30, 1985, in Camarillo, California, into a loving, structured middle-class family. Her father, Gary Carmine Cuoco, was a real estate agent with Italian roots, and her mother, Lane Ann, a homemaker with English and German heritage. She was the eldest of two sisters, with Brianna arriving 3 years later, adding energy and playfulness to the household. From a young age, Kay demonstrated a mix of creativity, determination, and discipline. By age 6, she had already filmed her first Barbie commercial, balancing childhood innocence with the demands of the studio. Her parents were steady guides, driving her to sets, managing schedules, and packing snacks, offering both encouragement and structure. Childhood, for Kay, became a blend of ordinary family moments and extraordinary early exposure to performance, teaching her responsibility, focus, and the balance of joy and work at a formative age, laying the foundation for her future career in Hollywood. Tennis and discipline. Alongside acting, Kay pursued tennis at a highly competitive level, ranking among Southern California's top amateurs before turning 16. Mornings were spent on courts practicing serves and drills, while afternoons were reserved for memorizing lines and attending auditions. This dual dedication instilled in her a strong work ethic and the understanding that excellence required sacrifices. By combining athletics and performance, she learned to embrace discipline, resilience, and the ability to perform under pressure. Her early exposure to structured achievement helped her navigate later challenges in Hollywood, teaching her patience, endurance, and focus. Kay often reflects that these formative years were crucial in shaping her sense of perseverance. Early career in television. Kay's acting career began with small roles in notable projects such as Virtuosity, Picture Perfect, and appearances on Ellen and Growing Up Brady. Each credit added to her resume, while also highlighting the fleeting nature of early success. Surrounded by adults, she quickly learned the unspoken rules of professionalism and the need to keep personal emotions separate from the work at hand. While childhood peers were free to play and explore, Kay was balancing scripts, tapings, and studio lights. Her resilience in this environment taught her early that the entertainment industry could be unforgiving, yet it also offered opportunities for growth. By the age of 16, she made the pivotal decision to fully commit to acting, leaving tennis behind. This choice marked the transition from a childhood shaped by dual pursuits to a teenage life focused entirely on navigating the challenges of auditions, rejection, and emerging visibility in Hollywood. Breaking into Hollywood. At 18, Kay's face became recognizable, though her name was not yet widely known. Casting rooms were often impersonal, filled with fluorescent lights, long waits, and repeated rejection. Early auditions taught her patience, humility, and persistence. She took every opportunity: voice work, guest appearances, and minor arcs, learning the craft and keeping her dream alive despite uncertainty. In 2005, she landed a recurring role on Charmed as Billy Jenkins, which offered stability and exposure, though it wasn't yet her breakthrough. This period of in-between roles shaped her resilience. Kay learned to endure invisibility while performing professionally, and to focus on long-term goals rather than immediate recognition. By honing her craft, remaining disciplined, and approaching every role with dedication, she quietly built the foundation for what would become a transformative career moment with The Big Bang Theory. Landing Penny. In 2006, Kay auditioned for a role on a new sitcom about scientists and their neighbor. Initially, the part did not suit her. She was considered too young and soft. A year later, the writers rewrote the character as Penny, a warm, approachable Nebraska transplant. Kay's audition this time was instinctive. She didn't hope to be chosen. She arrived knowing who she was. Her chemistry with the cast and natural warmth resonated immediately. When filming began, she stepped into a world where humor and heart combined seamlessly, and audiences quickly embraced her. The Big Bang Theory gradually became a phenomenon, with millions tuning in weekly, highlighting the unique blend of authentic emotion and comedic timing that Kay brought to the screen. Rise to fame. By the third season, The Big Bang Theory was a cultural staple, drawing over 20 million viewers per week. Kay became one of television's highest-paid actresses, earning headlines and accolades, including multiple People's Choice Awards. Yet success came with its own challenges: 12-hour days, constant public scrutiny, and the pressure to maintain perfection on and off camera. Her laughter and energy were real, but the fatigue behind the scenes was often invisible to audiences. Even as fame amplified, she faced physical and emotional strain, navigating an industry that expected constant availability, charm, and consistency. Kay's rise illustrates the duality of celebrity: public adoration paired with private struggle. Despite this, she remained professional, grounded, and committed to her craft, demonstrating resilience and grace under pressure, while embodying the warmth and relatability that made Penny a beloved character. Personal struggles and accidents. Kay's journey was not without physical and emotional trials. In 2010, a riding accident nearly ended her acting career, shattering both bones in her lower leg. Surgeons stabilized her with metal rods, and she faced whispers of amputation. Remarkably, she returned to work weeks later, scarred but unbroken, calling the mark on her leg "badass." This event underscored her determination and resilience, proving that real-life challenges can rival any scripted storyline. Additionally, she navigated heartbreak and complex relationships, including a private on-set romance with co-star Johnny Galecki, which ended quietly, and 2 marriages that dissolved after intense personal challenges. Each experience, whether physical trauma or emotional hardship, contributed to her growth, teaching her endurance, self-awareness, and the importance of navigating life's storms with dignity, grace, and reflection. Motherhood and new priorities. Motherhood brought both joy and new challenges for Kay. Tendinitis, sleepless nights, and physical demands accompanied caring for newborn Matilda, but Kay approached each difficulty with perspective and adaptability. She adjusted workouts, embraced the unglamorous realities of parenting, and allowed pain to become a teacher rather than an obstacle. This period reflects a deepening of her priorities: family, wellness, and balance. Her serene Hidden Hills property, filled with horses, rescues, and open space, allows her to nurture her daughter and her passions simultaneously. By focusing on the small moments, morning Pilates, riding at golden hour, or simply watching her daughter play, Kay illustrates that fulfillment comes from presence, choice, and grounded living, rather than constant public validation or career accolades. Career evolution and advocacy beyond acting. Kay balances ongoing creative projects with philanthropic work. She produces stories highlighting women's voices, voices Harley Quinn in animation, and acts in acclaimed series like The Flight Attendant. Through Yes Norman Productions and partnerships with animal welfare organizations, she contributes quietly yet meaningfully to causes she cares about. Kay's financial stability, including smart investments and property management, complements her creative and humanitarian efforts. She demonstrates that career evolution can combine passion, entrepreneurship, and social responsibility. Her approach emphasizes thoughtful engagement rather than chasing fame, showing that impact is measured by consistency, care, and contribution rather than visibility alone. Kay Cuoco's current life reflects a blend of artistry, advocacy, and intentional living, reinforcing the idea that personal values and professional pursuits can harmoniously coexist. Legacy and lessons. Kay Cuoco's story is one of resilience, transformation, and grace. From early auditions and competitive tennis to global television fame, personal loss, and motherhood, she has navigated every stage with authenticity. She survived Hollywood pressures, physical trauma, and emotional challenges, turning each experience into growth. Her journey teaches lessons in endurance, reinvention, and the power of choice. She reminds us that success is not only about recognition, but also about how we navigate setbacks, prioritize well-being, and embrace life's quieter joys. Kay has softened Hollywood, turned pain into light, and modeled a life where courage, compassion, and personal integrity define lasting impact, showing the world that resilience and grace are the true measures of a star.